All right, so welcome back to the channel. This is my position in JP Morgan. I have been buying them with my day trading gains. My goal is to make them 5% of my total portfolio. So I still have some more money to invest in them. I got about $2,000 invested in them. And I've been dollar cost averaging in them around $124 to 127. So a small position so far, only 16 shares, and I'm going to hold these guys for the long term and continue to add as I make more day trading gains. But let me break down the stock and I'm going to break down the chart. All right, so on Fidelity's website, what is JP Morgan? JP Morgan is a bank. They're a financial service company and they work in consumer banking, investment banking, and asset and wealth management. And I've been buying them because they have been selling off dramatically, which will go into the chart at the end of the video. But they were as high as almost $175, now trading around 128. Anybody that bought in here around $100, that was definitely a fantastic buy. But this is a company that I just want to get into. I'm going to keep dollar cost averaging into them. But there's many reasons why I like them. Their dividends, they offer a solid dividend history. And they give about 3.11% dividend, which is huge every single year. So that's nice. Nice to get that dividend. And you get paid quarterly from them, which is nice. Looking at their earnings in 2022, which was a down year for most stocks, they have been crushing earnings. They are proven to make money. They have pretty much built a moat around them. And I look at them almost as the Coca-Cola of financial services. So in Q3 and Q4, they beat earnings. So they're proven that they're making money. And you're getting that nice 3% dividend every 3 months. And their next dividend, which will be paid, will be you have to own the stock before April 5th. And you'll get the portion of that dividend on April 6th, which is really nice. Looking at the analyst sentiment, it is very weak, apparently short, midterm, and long term. But I think that's just because everything that's been going on with the bank stocks is why they have such a negative outlook. I've been looking through just the analyst opinions and reports, and the only thing that I can find is right from here. Let me bring this down here, and they are ranked a sell. I like to invest in companies that people are afraid of and that they think are going to sell out. And you can see here the JP Morgan and Chase, they are rooting this a sell at $128. And that's great. It depends what your outlook is on why you're holding on to them or not. For me, it's a long-term outlook. I'm not going to sell them anytime soon. I'm going to hold them for 5 to 10 years. And for me, I just think it's a good look. So I'm going to, really quickly, I'm going to bring up the chart and just bring up some things I've noticed about them if you were trying to day trade them. Okay, so this JP Morgan I'm looking at on the 5-year chart just to give the overall consensus. You can see over here on the bottom where it's highlighted, you can see that during COVID, this stock used to be $70. So what a return if you had cash and bought during the COVID crisis. $70 up to $170. It's just a fantastic return on your investment. So obviously as a dollar cost averaging, I'm just going to be looking into it. But what I wanted to do is I want to draw some areas that I think are areas of support and resistance that are definitely clear. So you can see clearly support on all these bumps here. So I'm going to draw this right here and draw this completely right here because that's where we had that nice bounce. So it is clear that if JP Morgan decides to retest $100, you are going to see a bounce in this red area. Now, where is the resistance, you might say? This is kind of obvious. We'll just draw a horizontal line so you can see it right in this 168 range. And as you can see, JP Morgan trades in this area. And we had a nice trend line that was broken. You had a trend line here. And let me just draw it here. You had a channel right here. But then it got broken here at the 116, 117 mark. So we will see if we will have continuous support at this 127 range, because although I'm holding them long term, I like to, do my dollar cost averaging at a price that I think would be decent. But you can see right here, there's clear support right here. We're in the 125 to 128 range because you have it right here, and all through here. Now, where is the direction going? It's not 100% sure right now, but let's zoom in now on a 1 month chart. Let's see if we get a better view than that. 2, 3 month. Now we'll just stick on the 5-year because honestly it's easier. So we'll just move here and then we'll zoom in right here. And you can see that channel wise, we have not really clear direction. We'll see if this will continue to bounce off of here because it's been struggling at the 120s and JP Morgan's been holding. It hasn't broke that 122 to 123 range yet. So we're going to see if I can actually bounce off of here and then create this new channel direction that we have, which would be going bullish towards trying to go towards 160s. So this is the channel right now that we have, and we just have to see if it's going to continue to rise. But it's just going to take time with all the market sentiment and everything. But right now, there is clear resistance at this level, at this 144. So if we can get out of this 130 phase, we can get above 130, JP Morgan's going to head to 145. Because we just have this nice, there's no resistance up front. Maybe 137, maybe. So that's what we're looking at with all these trend lines I'm drawing. But JP Morgan, for me, is really just a long-term investment. I'm not looking to day trade them. But it's good to always look at the charts and just see where are your areas of actual resistance. And you can see that there's a clear support level at the 100. And this was kind of obvious. I just, wasn't aware of the stock at this time. But you can see the support at all of these bounces right here. And it was resistance right here, which helped confirm the support. Because once it broke through it, this turned into resistance. But then once it broke through, this was a clear area of support, which you had it right here, this area right here, and then you had another support area right here. So it's just definitely, I think, investing in the big banks is worth it, even though it's a volatile time, aka riskier time. But if I'm using my day trading gains and I'm throwing some money into them, to me, it doesn't really bother me that much. And I just see where they go. So I'm going to try to get this up to at least like a $5,000 to $7,000 position that I'm just going to hold for the long term. And then I'll work on the next bank stock. So if there's any stocks you want me to review or break down, definitely leave a comment in the section below, and I'll be happy to make a video on it.